Indeed, why I carry. Why do you carry a gun? Those of us who do carry get asked this fairly often. It is a simple question, but the answers are complex, deep, and very personal. And the manner in which that question is posed is important to note. You see, all too often, the question is hurled as an accusation. It is a veiled indictment that there is something deeply wrong and broken in the character of the person who does carry or simply owns a firearm. Suppose the shoes were on different feet, and those of us who value our personal protection and understand what it means to be our own immediate responders and who bear the weight of the responsibility to train and teach. Suppose we were the ones asking, why don't you carry a gun? I'm sure that there are as many unique, individual, and deeply personal reasons and answers to that question. But it is noteworthy to realize how rarely that is ever asked. The difference truly does come down to the reason that either question would be asked. Are we curious or judgmental? I will speak for myself and say that I don't have any reason or right to make a judgment on my neighbor who, for whatever their reasons, chooses to not own and carry guns. I grew up being taught to keep my nose in my own business and the live and let live way of interacting with the world. I don't know that it ever occurred to me to be so prying as to ask such a question, and it is not in my mindset to impose my views and my values on others. By contrast, there are those who feel that their way is the one and only right way. These people, the rights restrictors, thrive on sameness. They want the control to force everyone to fall in line with their ideas. They do not tolerate independent thought, and they will do anything to be sure that you and I heal and obey. These rights restrictors fear your freedom and mine. Those of us who stand outside of their worldview by having the audacity to enjoy our God-given freedoms, they are unnerved by that independent spirit. And they will use any means necessary to muzzle us into silence and crush us under the thumb of tyranny and big government. One of their favorite tactics is using the court of public opinion. They love the mindless repetition of phrases like, everyone agrees, and common sense tells us, in order to shame us into feeling like outcasts. This is the predictable and worn-out playground of the rights restrictors. They know that if they can cause our neighbors to look distrustfully at us, those of us who love our freedoms and who exercise those freedoms, that they can change the culture of what is socially acceptable. From there, it is a short walk to impacting how people vote and what new laws are put into place with the intention of restricting the behaviors that they see as unseemly. All of this common sense agreeing begins to give power one person feels over their neighbor and allows them to have a say about what actual items their neighbor may or may not have permission to possess in the privacy of their own homes. And once that fully takes hold, freedom will be dead and gone. Today it is the evil firearm. Tomorrow, who knows what it might be. But once the rights restrictors get people hooked on the drug of control over their neighbor, they will take more and more liberties with that feeling of ownership. And we have plenty of historical examples of the horror-filled pathway that leads down. So, when someone asks me the question, why I carry, the short answer is because I have people who are counting on me to be alive and well, and it is my responsibility to take my vitamins, stay healthy, and stay alive. Why I carry is also because I'm smart enough to know that when I fall into a pool of water, it is up to me to begin swimming. I don't simply jump in and expect a lifeguard to appear and do the swimming for me. And in the immediacy of a dangerous incident, the police cannot magically appear in time to save me. I must take the most appropriate actions to react, to be my own immediate responder. And finally, why I carry is to offer an example to our children and our children's children of what it means to be patriots who value our constitutional and civil rights, and we exercise these rights unencumbered and as free American citizens who need no permission from anyone to do so. This and so much more is why I carry. Dan?